Did she describe why that was upsetting her, or how?
She just, because Casey was Kaylee's mom. Cindy's her grandmother. And that's what, it was her daughter.
Did Casey ever say to you anything during those time periods about plans to try to move out of the house or anything like that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, tell me about that.
She just wanted to get a place on her own, but, she had it good at her parents' house. She never specifically said any specific place, but she wanted to. But, it was going to be like years.
Years forward?
Yes.
Okay. Did she ever mention Sawgrass as one of the potential places?
No, sir.
Okay. As far as that ongoing problems or fights, I guess, between Casey and Cindy, did Casey ever tell you that she was having some sort of a breakdown or problems?
Yes.
Okay, tell me about that.
She'd come up to my work one day for lunch, and she was really, really upset. She was in professional clothes, like she had just gotten off work. She had Kaylee with her. We went to go grab something to eat, and she said, I just feel like I'm having a breakdown. I feel like I'm losing it. I need to get away. And I'm like, oh, you want to go away for the weekend? And she's like, no, I need to go somewhere. I didn't understand what she was saying. She said that she wanted to go to an institution for a little bit, get everything out of her, off of her mind or whatever. She never said anything specific. And I asked her what she would do with Kaylee, and she said she would give her to her grandparents, to Cindy and George.
And do you remember about what time frame we're talking about that this happened?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Before Kaylee's second birthday, for sure.
Right. So
I know that.
Before August of, what is that, 07?
2008.
Okay.
Oh, no, 2007, you're right.
Okay. And was that the subject of the tension or problems between Cindy and Casey? Would those come up and during conversations with the two of you often moving forward?
Not often, but we did talk about it before her second birthday. That wasn't the only time.
So is it fair to say it was sort of an ongoing issue?
Yeah.
Now let me ask some questions, and you may remember this from the interview with the police. I just want to ask some questions particularly about Xanax. Okay, so I'm going to ask about that. I believe there was an email or an IM where Casey said that she could get a Xanax from her friend Annie. Mm-hmm. You remember?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about, and that's obviously. Tell me about that. Is that true or
completely untrue?
Okay. Do you know why she would have said that? Or
I have no clue.
Okay. Do you know if she was? Had you ever been around her when she had taken Xanax?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Have you ever heard this term that Xanax refers, or Xanny Nanny refers to as Xanax given to a kid? Have you heard that?
People on the internet have said that. I've heard on the news.
Right, but did you hear it among your
friends? No.
Okay. So this email, I guess what it is,
instant
message saying that she could hook up my friend Annie. You don't know anything about that?
I don't know anything about that.
Is that another example of her making up?
Yes.
Making up a story?
Yes, sir.
When you used to hang out with her, did you ever see her? Obviously she drank.
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever see her use any other type of drugs?
No, sir. She barely drank. She usually is the one who drove all of us when she did go out.
That's back when you guys were closer.
We were close, okay. Yes, sir.
Now, I think you may have seen some more recent photographs.
Yes.
Okay. Were you in any of those parties from the pictures, like during the time period, and when?
Not when Kaylee was missing. There's one picture. There's a set of pictures that people say is a July 4th party. It wasn't a July 4th party. It was from May.
Okay.
It was the end of May. It was around this time. It was Memorial Day weekend.
Okay. And is there another set of pictures that you don't recognize or you're not sure when they were taken?
There's one. She's wearing a purple dress, I think. I think so. She's wearing a dress.
Okay.
It's at Fusion.
All right. And Fusion being over there in what, like Underhill, is it? Or?
I'm not sure. I know it's behind Waterford.
Okay.
I've never been there.
That wasn't one of your places you frequented?
No, I've never been there.
Okay. And did you find out from your group of friends or anything that Casey was hanging out there? Or?
She tried to get me to go out there because she was doing some kind of promotions for them.
When was that? June,
July, yeah.
Okay. So she was doing promotions for Fusion and tried to get you to go out there.
Yeah, she wanted me to come out.
And when she called you or tried to get you to come out, again, was she acting like she was under distress or being directed by somebody to do that?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. There came that point in time, I guess it was around the 15th, that all of this first happened. Did Casey ever call you or talk to you after she was arrested?
When she came home from jail.
Okay, about when was that?
If I knew what time, when she got out of jail, I could tell you specifically. Before my birthday.
Then when she came home from jail the first time?
When she came home from jail the first time. And then I believe she got arrested, and she got rearrested for the check charges, and then got out of jail again.
So when she came home from jail the first time,
Yes.
kind of take me through this now. Did she call you, or
No.
How was it that you ended up talking to her?
I had a good friend of mine was the one making the shirts for Kaylee,
Okay.
and I had to go pick some of them up on a Friday for George. He couldn't make it, so he wanted me to go get them for my friend. So I went and got them. They couldn't. They went out of town. They had something to do. I ended up meeting up with them on a Monday night to get the shirts from them, or get the shirts to them. And I've been going through something, and me and Cindy and George were just talking, and I was like, this is one of those times that I would need Casey, and I can't have her. And they said, we'll get in the car. We'll take you to her.
Okay. So and where did they take you?
To the house.
All right. When you saw her in the house, the two of you have a conversation at that
Yes.
point. Okay. Tell me about it.
We just kind of caught up a little bit, talked about my stuff. I saw she was doing. She had told me that, I wish I remember word for word, just that everything that Kaylee was, because it was before Kaylee's second birthday, or third birthday, and that Kaylee was going to be home before her third birthday, and that she knew that she was going to be home before her third birthday, and that Kaylee was close, that she's like, when this is said and done, I have so much to tell you.
What did you think of that in the context of what was going on?
I didn't want to know anything because I wouldn't want to be put in a situation where I'm the person who knows. So I kind of just left it at that.
Did you get the impression? When you said you wouldn't want to know or didn't want to know, did you get the impression that Casey was going to tell you something that?
At that point, no. Like I didn't think she was going to say anything to me at that point. But I think that she wanted to talk to me.
Because again, this was somebody that had confided in you,
Yes.
and you'd confided in
Yes.
her. Okay. Now, how about this? When she was saying that she knew that Kaylee was going to be home by her third birthday. Did you question her about that, or in light of the fact that she's missing?
Again, I didn't really want to get into it with her. I mean, it's just one of those things that I had so many questions I could have asked her, and
Right.
I just,
Understood.
for my safety, I didn't ask anything.
Did she, at that point, ever say to you, well, the nanny has her or took her?
No.
Okay. So here, now she's home from jail. She's already told the police about the
Yes.
nanny, and you, her best friend. Did she say to you that? Did she tell you that story?
No, sir.
Okay. Did that seem odd to you in light of what you know now?
That she didn't say someone specific?
Yeah.
It's all odd. Every bit of it is. She would start saying something and I would back out of it. I really didn't want to know. I didn't want to be that person that knew everything.
Okay. Was it just the two of you?
Yes, we were in her room talking.
And when she said, when this is all said and done, I have so much to tell you, you took that to...
When this was all said and done,
When
she had
it's
so
all
much
said-
to tell me.
Okay,
Yeah.
Exactly. How long was that conversation you had with her in her room?
I was with her for a couple hours.
Right. You also talked about your situation.
My stuff. It's just things that she wanted to know about her friends, what was going on outside of, the jail.
Okay. Did anything else that she told you at that point about the circumstances of how her daughter was missing?
Like I said, I stayed away from it. I told her if there's anything I can do for you, let me know. But again, I didn't want to be that person that knew.
Now, at this point, though, you had heard the Zanny story.
Yes.
Or issue. Did you believe it at that point?
I believed Kaylee was alive until they confirmed that she wasn't.
Okay. And now, in light of everything that you've learned, what Casey had told you about the nanny, do you believe that to be true?
I think that there was somebody that watched Kaylee, whether it was male or female, I don't know. But I believe there was somebody that watched Kaylee.
And why do you say that?
Just a gut feeling. There's no reason why, nothing that anybody said, but I just have a feeling that there's somebody.
Certainly this Zanny the nanny and her being a 10, or her name being Zenaida Gonzalez, based on what you know and what you've talked to all your friends, do you have any information that
I
that's
have
true?
no information about that. I had not heard that name until it was on the news.